Hi everyone, today I'm going to be making a doctor doll. This is in collaboration with the Real Prince Club. We are also inviting you to join in by either posting pictures on Instagram or doing a YouTube video using the hashtag #DownToDollyBusiness, and at the end of the month we'll do a video showing our favourites. So I've got a few bits and pieces. We always need glue, don't we? I decided that this would be a good doctor doll because I always think doctors look very young. It's a Creatable World doll. And so I found him some black scrubs. Well, they're black leggings and a black top. I thought that would work well for his scrubs. This is one of the tops that the Creatable Worlds usually come in, a little black top and pants, and then you get a lot of other outfits with them. I've got some Creatable World shoes here. I thought they looked like theatre shoes, you know, like a doctor would wear in theatre. So let's pop those on him. So there's his basic outfit, and I thought doctors usually have glasses on, don't they? So these are Creatable World glasses. He could wear those if we wanted him to. And I thought we would make him some personal protective equipment. So this is the handle from a bin liner, a white bin liner. I didn't want to waste the whole bin liner, so I've cut the handle off, and this is like half of the handle. And I thought, you can see that it's folded double there. This would be the right size to make him an apron with. So let's see, let's cut that out. Bottoms are usually square, then they have, well, it's a bit wide for him, I think. We'll do it to about there, I think. And then we'll go in for the bib part. This will be the bib part just here. And I'm going to go right up for there because I'm going to show you. I'm going to cut his neck part out of there as well and make that so that it will tie around his head. So I'm just going to cut it like this. And then we can open that bit up and tie it around his neck. So I'm going to cut a strip from the side of this piece here. And you can see it's double, so I can now tie that around his waist to make his apron more fitted. There we go. Then I thought he would need a scrub cap or a theatre cap, and to do that I'm just going to cut a strip of fabric. I've chosen this blue fabric, which is a common colour for scrubs that I've seen, and you need to make sure your strip of fabric will go around his head like this and tie at the back. So let's see, we need it about this long, that long, and then not too deep. Cut it across the bottom there, or tear it. And then to make his simple scrub cap, I've tucked this side over like this, and I'm going to wrap it around his head like this, tuck this bit at the back down, like so, and then just tie those ends together in the back. There's his scrub cap, there's his apron, and he also would need a mask. I'm going to make him a face mask too in a very similar way. So cut another little strip. So this one does involve a tiny bit of sewing. So I've cut my piece of fabric like this. I'm going to fold it to fit him. So I'm folding it over like that to save any sewing around this area, but we do need to get some kind of string on to go around the back of his head. So what I'm going to do is stitch a little piece of elastic in there that'll go round his head, and I'm going to stitch it there too, so that it'll go like that. I'm going to turn the edges over to hide all my raw edges. I'm going to do a little pleat in the middle there, like so, and I'm just going to stitch a piece of elastic onto there. Here's my elastic. So you only need a couple of stitches in there just to hold it in position, or you could even use some thread that you just threaded through the edge there. You don't have to use elastic. You could just thread a little piece of thread through and tie that around the back of his head, and then measure around his head to see how long your elastic needs to be. Don't make it too tight, but don't make it too loose either. So you can see I've left enough that once I've turned that over, I can just stitch that. It'll fit him nicely without falling off. So I'm going to do my little pleat in the middle there like that. I'm going to bring my elastic round like this, and I'm going to stitch it down like I did the other side. So a few stitches in there like that. Finish it off. And then pop that over his head. So that's his scrub cap, his mask and his pinny. The next thing I'm going to try and do is make him a stethoscope. I know, I'm crackers. So for my stethoscope, I've got a piece of plastic lid here. It's actually the same lid I used to make my magnifying glass in the private detective video. So I'm going to try and cut it out so that it'll come round his neck and dangle down in the front like that. So I know how I want it to look, but the trouble with me, how it looks in my head doesn't always transfer to how it looks on the actual object when I'm done. So wish me luck. So I'm thinking this sort of shape for the top, because I want it to fit around his neck. And then I'm going to come down like this, and the stethoscope bit will be on the bottom just here. So I need to do it a bit smaller than that. That's actually a bit big for him. But that's the sort of thing I'm going for. So I'm going to actually cut it out of paper, check that it will fit around his neck and work okay. So I've cut it out of the paper because I don't want to get it all cut out of the plastic and then find that it doesn't actually fit. But I think that's going to work really well, isn't it? That's going to be a good size for him. So I'm going to cut that then out of the plastic. So then I'm going to lay it on my plastic like this and use that as a template to cut around. So I'm going to cut around my little template like this. So I've cut out my little template like that. That will fit around his neck. I checked it with the paper and it is a nice size to go down. I mean, it's sticking out of a bit of a funny angle, but we'll just tuck it behind his belt thing there. So the next thing I'm going to do is add some little pieces of foil onto it to make it look more like a stethoscope. So I want a little bit of foil on the ends here, so I'll draw a little template round that. That's the little bit that normally goes in the doctor's ear. Then I want a little bit here too. Just to go on the middle part there, and then I want a little bit to go on this end bit as well, just on the end. That's the bit that goes on your skin that the doctor listens through. So let's cut those out.
Cutting foil with scissors helps to sharpen them, apparently, so that's a good thing.
This is a little tart tray, a little tray that had a tart in it, a little coconut tart. So then we need to glue them on. Get my trusty Yoo-hoo out. Little bit of glue there for this piece, a little bit of glue on the end for the listening piece, and then the little bits where the ears go. So here's his little stethoscope. I mean, I know it's not perfect, but it's not bad considering it's all made of recycled materials, is it? Once your glue's dried, you can trim those bits up or bend your foil around so it looks a bit tidier. And so there we are. That is my little Dolly doctor. Doctor or nurse. Don't forget that you're all invited to join in. You can either post pictures on Instagram or videos on YouTube using the hashtag #DownToDollyBusiness. I'd be really pleased to see what you make. I will link the Real Prince Club's video in the description box below. Please don't forget to pop over and see that. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.